Very good afternoon to all. Today we are going to understand the first practical of electrical machine 2, that is determination of efficiency and speed regulation of three-phase induction motor by direct loading method. Okay, so now first of all we will understand what is the efficiency. Efficiency is nothing but what? It is the ratio of output to the input power. So to calculate the output we need output power. Then again our output is nothing but what? Input minus losses. So we have to calculate input and after that we have to calculate losses. So going for this practical, some theoretical part like what is the sleep. So sleep is again we know that this is the ns minus actual speed divided by ns into 100. So that is always in 0 to 1 range. Then we have to calculate the torque here again. So this is the diagram. Okay, so this is the diagram. As per the diagram we are giving three-phase supply to the induction motor. There is a three-phase variac, that is nothing but three-phase auto transformer. That auto transformer is used to give the voltage. Gradually we will increase the voltage. One ammeter which is connected in series with the first winding, or we can say R phase, to calculate the line current. Then one voltmeter is connected across two phases, that is used to calculate the phase voltage. Two wattmeter are there, that wattmeter will measure the actual power of the motor. And here is one rotor, and by direct loading means what? We are applying directly load to the induction motor. Okay, so there is a one brake pulley and there is a rotor. So we can see here at this way, we can see this way. So this is nothing but what? This is our brake pulley mechanism. Okay, so this is our brake pulley mechanism. Here we had connected one drum to the induction motor, to the shaft. So by using that belt pulley system, we can say we are applying load. Okay, so now what readings we have to take? We have to take load current, supply voltage. Here is the reading. You can see these readings we have to calculate. First one, that should be the line voltage, that will be here. Then line input current, then wattmeter 1 reading, wattmeter 2 reading, balance S1, balance S2 means what? That is the spring weightage that will be calculated, that will be measured here. That is the S1, we can say this will be the S1, this will be the S2. So that S1 and S2 we have to calculate. And one more thing that we have to calculate, that is the speed. So speed we are using with the help of analog tachometer, we are calculating the speed. Okay, so first of all I will explain the connections first. So as per the connection here, as per the diagram, first thing, that is three-phase supply is given to the three-phase auto transformer. Okay, so here you can see that is the R phase. R phase is given to the R phase of the input of the auto transformer. Here you can see these three phases. Okay, this R is given to here, then this is Y phase and this is the blue phase. Okay, so these three is given to the input side. Then output of the auto transformer, that output of the auto transformer, three phases. So first thing you can see here that the first R phase which is connected to the ammeter. So here you can see this R phase. This R phase is connected to the ammeter. Okay, then ammeter's second terminal is connected to the M point of wattmeter. So ammeter second terminal is connected here to the M. Then as usual MC is the short. Okay, that MC is here, you can see the short. Then second terminal of the L, that is the L of wattmeter, that is given to the, see this is the L, that L is given to the R phase of induction motor. Then we will consider second winding, that is the Y. Okay, so that is the Y phase. Okay, so here you can see this is the Y phase. This Y is given to, see here, this is the Y. Y is given to the again another wattmeter, that is the M. So here it is connected to the M. Again MC is shorted, and the L is connected to the again this L, that is line is connected to the this way to the induction motor. Now the remaining part, that is V point of this wattmeter and the V point of this wattmeter is connected here, or we can say shorted here with the blue winding. So here you can see this is my blue winding. Okay, so this is my blue winding here. Now voltage point is here, that is connected at B winding. Again voltage point of this, that is also here connected to the voltmeter, and this with the help of this green wire is connected here. And the last terminal, it is given to the this Y, we can say given to the back to the motor. Okay, so this is all about the connections. Now various steps or various precautions we need to consider before going for the performance. what are the precautions we have to take? Whenever we are starting the motor, just take care of that our motor is unloaded. Second thing, just keep in mind our auto transformers, whatever dimmer is there, this is at topmost anti-clockwise direction. Okay, so first what we will do, we will on the supply, then with the help of this multimeter, we will measure or we will give the rated value of voltage. Okay, so I am just starting this one. So I have just started the supply. My supply came to this type. My supply is come towards this. Now my supply is here. Now what I have to do, I have to measure whatever the output voltage is coming out from the auto transformer. So any two phases I will take here. So I will take the R phase and Y phase. So that two phases I have taken here. So now what I will do, I will just rotate that into clockwise direction. So whenever I am rotating that one, that time I will keep my focus on the whatever voltage is there. So keep moving. So here now we will check. So I am just rotating. Okay. So here you can see we will give the rated value, rated voltage. So now you can see the voltage is increasing. So at a certain moment our motor will start to run. See, you can see our motor is started to rotate. Okay. Now you can see the voltage. Our voltage is we are gradually increasing our voltage. We will take it towards the we will take it up to 415 volt. That will be we will consider as a rated voltage. Fine. So that will be our input voltage. We can say that is our input voltage or line voltage. That will be a constant value. That will be a constant value. Now this ammeter will shows us input current, or we can say the line current. This will be our one of the wattmeter. We can say this is our W1. This will be our W2, and this voltmeter will show us the phase voltage. Okay. So now what we will do, as name suggests, we will apply the load directly on the rotor. Okay. So completely here what I am going to do, firstly I will measure the voltage speed. Yeah, so here you can see as one complete rotation has been completed and my speed is around 1480. Okay, so due to some losses there my speed is not exactly 1500 as per rated speed, but it is at no load my speed is around 1490. Okay, now what I will do, I will just apply the load by with the help of these wheels. What I will do, I will just rotate, and that time what happens, this my belt which will apply the load on this induction motor. Okay, so now whenever I am applying that time, I will take here, I have to take the readings of the ammeter and voltmeter as well as power. So here you can see this is my ammeter. Okay, now you can see my ammeter will move slowly. Okay, I think it has slightly moved. Okay, okay, so now that time I will take the readings. Okay, so this is my first reading, that will be around 1 ampere will be my current. So I will take on the 1 ampere as my current. Then W1 I will take here, that is around the 100. So at the multiplying factor is 4, so I will take the 100 into 4 every time. Then this W2 wattmeter is giving me 40, so that 40 into 4, so that reading I will take here. Now I will take the reading of spring 1 and spring 2. Here you can see, here is the reading of this, here you can see, this is the around 2 kilo, and this side, this spring is around 6. Okay, so that means I will take my spring 1 balance spring 1, that is 6, and the balance of second spring, that will be 2. Speed I will measure here again. Okay, now as my speed is around 1440, so I will take the reading of here. My speed is 1440. Then second, what I will do, I will take 2-3 times like that way. I will increase my load. So here again I am increasing my load. So you can simply just watch here. Here you can see my current is again changed. You can see my current is changing. Whatever I am applying the load, my current is changed to the 2 ampere. Then my voltage, then W1, that power is coming to the 180, and this one is coming to the 60. So that is my power, and again I will measure the whatever the weight I have given. That is the 3 kilowatt, and that is the 9 kilowatt. And now again I will measure the speed. Okay, so that time my speed is around 1300. Okay, that time my speed is around 1300, so I'll just take reading of that. Last reading we will take. Here again you can check. My current is changed to around 2.6. My wattmeter 1 is showing around 240. And my another wattmeter is showing around 280. Okay, and my current, whatever my springs are there, that is around 12 kg and 12 kg and around 4 kg. Again, last speed I will take. That is around 1250. Okay, that is around 1250. So that is all about the readings. Now I just release the load. Now I have released the load. I just apply 0 voltage and I will just we got that. Now come to the calculation part. As here we had calculated the wattmeter power 1, wattmeter 2. So that W1 plus W2 will be here. Then T, to calculate the torque, what we will take, that total watt into D by 2. D by 2 means what? Here our motor having a diameter, whatever the pulley is there, that pulley having somewhat a diameter of 20 centimeter here. So we have to take the radius. Radius will be the 10 centimeter. That is the proper value. That is D by 2 will be our 10 centimeter. So that we will take 9.8. That is the our gravitational force. So W into D by 2 into 9.8. That will be our torque. Then output power we will calculate with the help of 2 pi nt divided by 60. That 2 pi n is nothing but what? That is our actual speed which we have calculated here. T is nothing but torque. Then we will calculate the sleep. Sleep is nothing but what? Ns minus nr divided by ns. So as our motor is standard 1500 synchronous speed is there, as it is a 4-pole motor. So that sleep we will calculate here. Power factor again we can calculate by using the cos phi. And the efficiency is nothing but what? Output power divided by input power. That kind of that is very easy to find out. Okay. So how we will calculate the power factor? So power factor calculation formula is very simple. As we know that tan phi is equal to root 3 W1 minus W2 divided by W1 plus W2. So with that help we can find out easily phi. Once that phi is available, then we can go for the cos phi. Okay, so this is the first experiment. Whatever the load test we had conducted by using a direct loading method. Some kind of Viva questions will be asked like what do you mean by sleep, then how you can calculate the same. Then second thing, how mechanical load is provided directly. That means what? The mechanical load directly provided means what? We are applying the belt force with the help of this pulley arrangement. Then second one is that what is the main reason behind the lower efficiency of induction motors as compared to the transformer. So this question can be asked for the Viva. So answer for this is as transformer is a static device, there is no any rotational parts. Due to that, there is less losses as compared to induction motor. So as induction motor having a rotating parts, and due to that there is a rotational losses, and due to that efficiency of induction motor is less than the transformer. Then what is the plugging of induction motor? As in theoretical part we had understood that plugging is nothing but what? Any two phase we can change, and at that time our speed or rotation of the rotor that is going to change. Various applications of induction motor we can use that into the industry as well as agricultural areas. So that are the applications. So this is the end of practical 1. Thank you very much.